Happy birthday, Scorpio. Welcome to your November 2021 astrological forecast. So, the sun is in your sign up until the 20th, and there's a new moon in your sign on the 4th. Mercury enters Scorpio, okay, on the 5th. And Mars is in your sign all month. Okay, Mars, your ruling planet, co-ruling planet with Pluto, does really well when it's in your sign. So you should feel right at home with whatever it is that you're doing at this time that seems to be a little bit self-serving. You know, Mars is the ego planet. It's a time when best used by changing anything in your life that is not going the way you would like it to go. You know, making changes in your life, okay, or in situations or people or something that you've been putting up with needs to change, you know. And when Mars enters your sign, especially when it's your ruling planet, you take it upon yourself to use it to the best of your ability even. So this would be the time to do things like that, and it goes smoothly though for you, you know. Maybe not in other signs. Maybe most people would see it as somebody being aggressive towards them or towards others or whatever. Okay, but when it's in your sign, it does really well, I feel anyway. So it's new beginning. New moon brings a new beginning in your sign on the 4th. So if there was something that you wanted to change, or even about yourself, you know. But usually this is like, I would have to say, like with your relationships in a way. Okay, any kind of relationship. Your family, your friends, spouse. If it's in business, people you work with or something or other. But, you know, it's a time to even begin, let's say, like a new project maybe you were working on. You know, when planets were in Libra, they were in your 12th house of behind the scenes activities or actions done or taken by you or someone else, but I'd have to say you, in secret. So whatever it was that you were doing possibly when, like last month when planets were in Libra, now planets are in your first house, and it's time to use whatever it was that you were doing in confidence or in secret. Okay? So there's actually a full moon partial eclipse in your opposite sign of Taurus on the 19th in your 7th house of close relationships and partnerships. Okay, business, romantic, or like just a close friend or whatever. So any kind of change possibly, I would have to say, that you were making on the 4th may possibly, if it comes to one of those close relationships, might a problem possibly that someone is having with it, whatever kind of change you made, you know, it might come to the surface around that time. That's what full moons do, is they bring things to the surface where they can be dealt with, okay, and then done away with. So something like that could occur around the 19th with a close relationship. So it's just something to keep in mind, because when you're making changes at the beginning of the month around that new moon, you may think everybody's on board, and maybe they're not, you know. Or maybe any kind of change you're making doesn't affect anyone else but you. It's something you want to do. You're changing something about yourself. And by the time the full moon rolls around, whomever may want to speak up about they don't like one of your changes about yourself. So just something to consider. Okay, so the sun moves into Sagittarius on the 21st, and Mercury moves into Sagittarius on the 24th. And where you have Sagittarius in your chart is your 2nd house of income. Okay, how you earn your money. And when the sun is here, sun's here every time this year, this time of year, every year. Okay, so that's where your focal point is money, or increasing money, or bringing in a new source of money. With Mercury here, you could be wheeling and dealing or whatever, or making some kind of, let's say, like investment or checking on investments. 2nd house is your possessions, but it's your money, how you earn your money, and any kind of investment or anything that's valuable that you own. It's also your own personal values, though, too. So, you're not willing to give up, sell your soul more or less, and in order to, get a raise or a better job or a better client or a more prestigious client or something like that, or some other way to bring in money. So I would have to say that something could be presented to you that you're not on board with, that's all. But it doesn't really look like it's going to be too much of a problem, because you're just going to do whatever you want to anyway, right? Whatever feels more comfortable for you. Okay, now the big deal here is, okay, first of all, Venus is still in Sagittarius, like up until the 4th. Okay, so it's still in your second house. You're still attracting money or very nice possessions, gifts even. I'd have to say they're birthday gifts. Could be a really nice piece of jewelry, cologne, something like that, something Venus related. Okay, well anyways, when Venus does leave Sagittarius, it moves in to Capricorn on the 5th and will be here up until March 6th of 2022. So it's going to be here a really long time. Okay, so, these planets eventually, Venus and Pluto together, they'll conjunct one another probably on and off. These two planets together do bring about an obsessive quality about them. Okay, I don't think there's too much going on here for you, though. It's just that having Venus in your 3rd house of your everyday life does make your normal everyday schedule, you're going about your area. This is like people or places you would normally encounter throughout the course of your day. It makes them a little bit more pleasant, okay? A little bit more enjoyable. In fact, you may do more things in your own neighborhood than you have done in a long time, like frequent, the restaurants or some kind of entertainment or something or other there. Okay, the 3rd house is also big communication and travel house. It's also the written word. You've had Pluto here for a very, very long time. It could possibly have changed the way you communicate with people. You may seem a little bit more intense than usual. But you could actually write something kind of beautiful right now, I would have to say, that really affects a lot of people. Pluto governs whole generations of people because it takes so long to get through one zodiac sign. It affects all those people born in like that decade and a half that it's in that zodiac sign. So you could affect, if you are writing something, you could write or give a speech or even post something in social media that really hits home for people. But because Venus is involved here, I'm going to have to say it's like a beautiful story that you may be telling at this time, somewhere along the way, that really impacts a lot more people than you expected. Okay, so you might want to keep that in mind. This is almost kind of like, in a way though, it brings to mind the message in a bottle kind of thing, that maybe you might even come across something like that. Very, I don't know, intense kind of maybe love letters through regular postal mail or email or communications of some kind that are like really, really deep. But it could be pertaining to romance or something or other. Okay, so the best time to do something each month is when the moon is in your own sign, and the moon is in Scorpio on the 4th and 5th. The best time to lay low is when the moon is in your opposite sign, and your opposite sign is Taurus, and those dates are the 17th, 18th, and 19th. The best time for romance, recreation, creativity, fun, any kind of gambling or speculation, and anything to do with children is the 12th, 13th, 14th, 27th, and 28th. The best time for money is the 6th, 7th, 19th, 20th, and 21st. The best time for your career is the 24th, 25th, and 26th. And the best time for communication and travel is the 8th, 9th, 22nd, 23rd, and 24th. So I hope you enjoyed your astrological forecast for November. I'd like to thank my subscribers for their continued support. If you are new to my channel, please consider subscribing and liking and sharing this video. Check out my Ask Me a Question in the description box below there. It's for people who don't necessarily want their entire chart done. Okay, they only want to know like maybe one thing. But for those of you who do want your entire chart done, there's a link also there to my website where you can get more information on that. And check out my weekly forecast. And again, happy birthday, Scorpio. Goodbye.